It's amazing how much the quality of security cameras have improved in the last couple of years. I mean, the visibility, how easy they are to use, how affordable. And that is what we're going to explore in this video, which is all about the Eufy S340. Okay, and we have our camera. So I was just thinking about how do you categorize this product, because it can do so many things. In the broadest sense of the word, I guess, I mean, it is technically a security camera and it can be used for security reasons. But you can also use it to keep an eye on your kids playing in the backyard, or your dog, or I don't know, just observe things going on. So it has a lot of possible uses. So main points. Well, first of all, it utilizes a solar panel to function, to power, so you can put it anywhere where there's a little bit of sun. Like I think you need 2 hours of sun a day on average, which gives it a lot of flexibility. And so you don't have to think about, is this place wired? There's no electricity involved, there's no, you know, electrician, there's no additional cost of installation. You can do it all yourself, it's super easy. So that is like point number one. And then point number two is the cameras. It has 2 cameras, one wider camera and one more zoom camera. And the quality of these cameras is really good. So let's unbox and see what we've got here. Nice packaging, gives you all the details. Dual cameras, no blind spots, powered forever. So we got, yeah, solar panels. Just see. Okay, and so here we have the 2 main parts of the system. So we have this little beautiful solar panel, quite nice looking. Okay, and it has like a little connection right there. Okay. Ah! Oh wow, look at this guy. Okay, interesting, huh? So, so obviously this will go on top. And then here we have the cameras that, you know, point down. Okay, cool. And let's see what else we have in here. Okay, so we have some screws, bracket. So I'm sure you assume you can just basically put this anywhere and it connects there. And this probably goes with the bracket. And we have a unique wire. Okay, so we have a little installation guide. Okay, so see this solar panel here. Now, there's actually 2 ways to attach the solar panel to the camera. First of all, you can attach it directly onto the camera, which, you know, we're going to do. You can also, however, attach it to this wire and then attach this panel somewhere else, not directly where the panel is. I mean, what if you want to put this like right under, I don't know, your carport, or under the eaves of your garage, or somewhere where you don't have sun? But then you can connect it to this one and you actually have quite a distance with this wire. So 117 inches about. That's how long you have to work with in between installing the solar panel and connecting it to the camera. So let's say I wanted to install my security camera like under the eaves, inside my carport or whatever it is. A similar structure where you want to put this on the inside of a roof. So this guy here can obviously be attached to this, but you can also attach this to whatever else you want. And that way install this directly to this. That's right. Can I just slip this in? Okay, and we have our camera. Now we need the solar panel. So now we have this little cap, and instead of putting it on the camera, I'm going to install it on top of there, on top of the roof. Here's the solar panel, and then we have this extension wire. Okay, so first put this guy in, and then we just... So now we can move this to, well, of course it's shady right now, but this gets a fair amount of sun. We have solar panels on here, so this would be a perfect spot. And now we'll just move the wire and plug it in. We have our wire. Plug this in. So So at this point now we have the solar panel separate from the camera. We want our angle of our camera going this way into the woods. Maybe we can catch a coyote at night going this way, I don't know. But anyways, that's kind of cool now. So now we have the solar panel attached in a separate location from the camera itself. And I have them pretty close right now. You could certainly go a wider distance if you want to. So, pretty neat. Okay, but let's say we simply want to attach the solar panel on top of the camera. How would we do that? We have this little bracket right here. So in order to attach this, we're going to connect this here. Okay, so now we have this attached. Simply put that there. Okay, and then we connect the two together. So now we have the solar panel attached to the top of the camera, and then we have this little bracket here, which you attach to whatever wall or tree. So this is a pretty good spot for our property here because we have cars going on that side. And this place also gets sun in the morning. All we do is... Now of course this camera you control with the app, the Eufy app that has a lot of different information, and one of the things you can do on it is to actually move the camera to see this 360-degree angle. Because I think if anything I would need to put it even higher. I would need like a ladder. So we're going a little bit further down and we got a light coming on. You know what I'm finding pretty incredible is just like how it can move around 360 degrees. I mean, it can go towards the back of the tree. It can go down. It's so cool, everything it can catch. Especially if you were like, I mean, it's not going to film every position all the time, right? But it's gonna, like, you put it in the broadest sense, but then you're like, oh, what's going on way over there? And you can check it, or like what's going downwards. I mean, it feels like we're living the future with this kind of thing. It feels like this kind of technology would be a lot of money. Like you would see it in some Ocean 11 or something movie, right? Where they have all these really fancy security stuff, but it's right here. I have it. It's really cool. So anyway, I wanna put it in a different location. I kind of want to see what location I like the best. This turns out I don't really like this as much because I think if anything I would need to put it even higher. I would need like a ladder. So let's not mess with that right now. I just want to put it in a different location to kind of, you know, see some different things. Hello, it's moving. It's kind of creepy, you know. It's following me around. Oh my God. When I first read this no blind spots, I was wondering, like, is that really the case? I mean, you should be able to go like all the way down or something, but the fact that it like literally moves all the way and around, and it's kind of neat actually. So in terms of these cameras, you know, we have two cameras, right? We have one really wide camera and one more zoom camera. So the first one is a 3K wide angle lens that has a 135-degree field of view. And it has a large aperture of f1.6, and if you're familiar with photography equipment, you know that that's a large aperture, so that's really great in terms of quality. Now the second camera also has an aperture of f1.6, but this one has an 8 times hybrid zoom, so it's a 2K telephoto lens. So it's going to give you a much closer up like look, right? But still with a really wide aperture, which is kind of cool. And then together they form this 360-degree view. And besides, it should give you good clarity both daytime and nighttime. So where should you put a camera like this? Because I mean, obviously you can pretty much put it anywhere outside. Front yard, backyard, driveway, like if you have more property and you want to like catch wildlife or whatever, somewhere farther away. Now, in terms of this constant power, I mean, I wish I had the option like to try this on for years and see if it like keeps on going. But last year I reviewed a different Eufy security camera.
Hello, who is this?
Hi! This is a security system. This is actually a lot more sophisticated, but those cameras also have the solar panels on top, and we haven't had any issues whatsoever. I mean, they just plug along. I mean, they're not actually, you know, hardwired in, so they're only getting powered from the sun. So same case for this one. However, this solar panel is actually even cooler because you can angle it and you can tilt it to properly reflect where the sun is coming from. Never mind the fact that you can put the solar panel in a different position from the camera itself, which I think is really useful in certain situations. So this connects with the Homebase 3, so you can enjoy like upgraded AI features and storage. And in terms of AI features, like what does that mean? Well, it means that you can, you know, program, or you can let it know like, oh, this person is, you know, this member of the family, this person is somebody else, this is a friend, this is my mom who comes to visit, and then it will like tell you like, oh, here's a stranger, here's somebody we don't have in the system. So that's kind of what that means. It sounds like really futuristic, but it's very practical actually. It has color night vision, so during the evening and the night you should get a good representation, which is also kind of cool to see if there's any like animals, wildlife, stuff like that. Never mind, you know, if you would have any intruders or something like that. So just kind of get a good overview of what's going on your property. So basically, if you get 2 hours of sun on average daily, it should keep this going forever. And 2 hours of sun is really not a whole lot. Of course, you want to aim for a position that is like open and that's not covered by trees or anything. But it doesn't have to be the greatest spot either. In the Eufy app, you can also see just how much sun you've been getting, so you get some feedback there. So it's not like you're completely in the dark whether your camera is getting power or not. Okay, we got sunshine. See, does it following me around? It's like literally tracking me as I move, which is a little creepy. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really cool, but if you were like an intruder and you saw that, oh, there's a security camera that actually follows your movements, I would be a little freaked out. Of course, installing super fast, no wires needed, easy to move around, all of that. You don't have to hire anybody, you don't have to, you know, get an electrician, you don't have to do any sort of thing like that. You can do everything yourself, which is like a big deal, right? And no ongoing costs either. I think my favorite though is this motion activated. How it will just follow you around, it will sense where somebody is, and it makes it so much more useful. The fact that it can actually move, how cool is that? Yes, I think it's really interesting. I've had a lot of fun playing around with this, and this is something that we're going to be using for sure every day. I still haven't figured out exactly where I want to put it though, so you can also connect this to Alexa if you want, and Google Assistant, so you can kind of integrate it into your life in different ways. There's a 100 lumen spotlight, which is motion activated, and you can have a 90 decibel siren go off if you want. You set that in the software. The software is really cool, has a lot of different features in terms of customizing things, and yeah, setting up an alarm if you want to, setting up a spotlight, you want to warn somebody who's like coming on your property, or even just like it's practical if you're walking up in the dark and you want the light to pop on, right? So that's kind of cool. Anyway, this was kind of fun. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I want to thank Eufy for working with me on this series. We have a couple of cool products to go over, which I really am looking forward to checking out a couple of other ones. This is really fun. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Different things. Hello. This is moving.